Oh, he got them Omega.
Beans, what the fuck?
Threesomes with a fucking triceratops. Retard, rapping that.
What's up, Snyder's biggest fanboy here, second only to Film God.
We're gonna make love to each other tonight.
Now I have other videos that I should be focusing on, like I've been sitting on the audio for my Superman and Lois review for the last few days, so I really shouldn't be making this video, but I'm not known for making good decisions, so here we go. I came across a tweet recently that described Darkseid as a boring villain, and I plan to talk about it at some point, but with the release of the new trailer that just dropped, showing Darkseid using his Omega beams, I thought hell, might as well talk about it now. I also saw a few complaints about this split-second shot of the Omega beams in action, and some of them are interesting to say the least. But overall, it's been fairly positive. So I'm going to talk about a few comments I saw, one of which is from a friend of mine, and then I'll talk about Darkseid being a boring villain. So let's start with my friend. I sent him the trailer, and this is what he had to say. The only thing I didn't like about the Omega beams is that they look kind of like smoky, like they're fading as it would go. In all the anime movies, they're just straight beams. He said beans. Until they hit. Yeah, it's a bit choppy, but basically what he's trying to say is, it looks like they're fading as they're going, when really they should stick around until they hit their target. And they look smoky, but that's probably because he's using them underwater. And about them fading, I don't really know what he's talking about. I don't really think they're on screen long enough to really see them fade away. And also, he does hit his target. He kills that Atlantean right there. And you're probably wondering why I put my friend on blast like this. Two reasons. One, I'm an asshole. And two, I just thought it was funny. Another funny complaint I've been seeing is that the Omega beams are too skinny. Now, I'm a fan of some thickness myself, so I understand this nitpick. But really, it's like the comment about the eyes being the wrong color. It really doesn't matter that much. Another one I saw is that all the zigzagging is unnecessary. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, but shut up. It looks fucking cool. So yeah, some very minor things. But overall, everyone seems to think it's awesome. Now let's go ahead and look at these string of tweets because they are something to behold. Darkseid is just plain boring. His most interesting defining trait is sitting on couches, and other characters only have relationships with him when he's dead, a memory, or both. If this upsets you, just know you have nothing in your life that matters, and this is what you are obsessing over to fill a sad void. I have great pity for Snyder Bros, but absolutely no sympathy. You choose to be unlovable losers. Ignorant of the art forms you demand become your sole possessions, and until you smarten up and drop the fascist cult crap, you deserve neither love nor beauty. Oh man, good job. You did it. You destroyed an entire fandom. Pack it up, boys. Time to go home. It's over. No lie, feels like they're projecting really hard in these tweets. Are you okay? Who hurt you? So someone actually replied to this, and this is the response they got. Sorry that you fell in love with a boring character. What an absolute loser. No wonder he sims for Darkseid. Like a bitch. Clearly a very stable individual. Now I did some digging. It turns out the person who tweeted this has a history of doing this kind of stuff for attention. And these tweets are now deleted after they got the attention they wanted. So I'm gonna leave their username out of it just so they don't get more attention. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this opportunity to talk about why I find Darkseid interesting and not just a boring villain. First off, he's so powerful that it takes a team of superpowered beings to fight him. He's strong as shit, and that alone is a plus in my book. Second, what I love about him is he's on a never-ending quest to conquer every world and to rule over all of existence. And to accomplish this, he's always looking for more power. Before he was Darkseid, the ruler of Apocalypse, he was Uxas. And he got the power of the Omega Force by screwing over his own brother and taking the power for himself, letting his brother die, which led him to become Darkseid. And then he had his own mother killed just so he can be the sole ruler of Apocalypse. Blood means nothing to him. He is evil incarnate. He's cruel and smacks around his own son, his uncle Steppenwolf, Granny Goodness, Darkseid, his subordinates. It doesn't matter to him. He's a ruthless ruler that doesn't let anyone get in the way of accomplishing his goals. He's very unsympathetic, and that's the point. You're watching a truly evil being just show up, wreck shit, stomp out anyone in his way, and it moves on to the next. And that personally is just really fascinating to me. How do you stop someone so focused, organized, and powerful? I would like to mention here that his origin was changed in the New 52. He was basically a lower being farmer under the old gods, and he got in their ears and turned them against each other. And when they were weakened, he would kill them and absorb their power, eventually becoming the new god, Darkseid. I prefer his original origin, but his origin also conveys very well that he always wanted this power. He had a hunger for it. Now, the third reason why I find Darkseid so interesting is the world that he comes from. It has a very rich and interesting lore. Darkseid is a new god, ruler of Apocalypse, a planet that resides on another plane of existence, outside where the heroes live. Apocalypse is locked in a bitter rivalry with New Genesis, and the history and lore about the new gods is basically its own mythology and somewhat Shakespearean. You have family drama, you have long history that dates back tens of thousands of years, you have grand epic battles and wars, and worlds full of so much detail you would think God himself thought of it. And you wouldn't be far off. It's from the mind of the legend Jack Kirby. And that is what I find personally interesting about Darkseid, his hunger and quest for power, and what he will do to acquire it, and the world he comes from. And not to mention his cold demeanor, his no bullshit policy, and his physical strength. It all culminates together to make one badass villain. But of course, that's just what I think. How about you guys? Do you think he's an interesting villain? Do you think he's boring? Leave a comment and let me know. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like on it. Thanks for watching, and until next time,
suck my ass. dogs in the house, 2 balls in my mouth.